Hey everyone, I'm Todd Stevens.
I'm Ross Merriam.
And you're watching the Verse series on StarCityGames.com. We're back here on Tuesday for some vintage action. Now, Ross said that he's going to win every single game 2-0, and you also said that your vintage tech is incredibly sweet. So, which one is it?
No, it's both.
Oh, it's both?
I won
Okay.
2-0 yesterday, so far so good.
Yep.
And now I'm going to win 2-0 today, and that's going to keep going because this deck. It's too awesome to lose.
Okay.
I won't allow it. I'm going to play my best Magic.
Okay.
I'm going to scrap for everything, and I'm going to draw insanely well.
Okay.
Because it's vintage, and all your draws are insane.
I have just a grindy vintage deck here that.
I don't think your deck's going to be able to grind with my deck.
Okay. That's good. That's good to know.
My deck is real good at that.
So I lost yesterday, so I get to be on the play today, right?
No. We're gonna Yahtzee every day.
Okay. Yahtzee every day?
Yep.
Is this because you're going to win 2-0 every day, so you don't want me to be on the play all the time?
Yeah, that's just unfair.
Okay.
I don't want you to have that kind of advantage.
All right, that's fine. Yahtzeeing's fun.
I've got 3 1s.
I have 2 1s. Fun ones.
Another 1.
No more. I need a lot of 1s here. Oh! So I won, right?
No, 6 beats 4.
Oh, 6 beats 4? Oh, it's the highest one?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I thought I had it.
Nope.
All right, that was close.
I rolled best breakers.
All right, so very carefully with these vintage Magic cards.
Yeah. When I used to play vintage, the cards weren't as expensive, and the power wasn't real.
Blue? Okay, there we go.
Yeah, definitely. It's pretty hard pressed to mulligan a hand with one of these. So.
Yeah. I hope you're not shooting out of the gates or anything, because I have a definitely a slower hand, but I'm keeping it.
Okay, well, does this count?
Oh, yeah, that's probably going to beat me.
Okay, I'll sacrifice it for green mana.
Okay.
1 green floating.
Okay.
Use the green.
Okay.
Pass the turn. Just setting up for next turn here. Deathrite Shaman should be an extra mana. Oh no, he didn't have a fetch land. Now I hope I draw a fetch land.
Scry. I definitely don't want this land. So basically, do I want this card or not? It's usually just a really good disruption spell, but I don't know if it's going to disrupt whatever Ross has going over there. Survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
What do we got going on
Have you played against this card? This is a Todd Stevens card.
Yeah, I don't know if I actually have ever played against Survival of the Fittest, like outside of Cube.
Yeah, it got banned in Legacy quite a while ago now.
I think it's probably worth a keep. It's probably better than a random card. Could be wrong, though.
Okay.
Go ahead.
End of turn, I'll activate Survival, discarding an Anger.
Like Anger of the Gods?
No, just regular Anger.
It's an Incarnation. 4 mana, 2/2 haste. If it's in your graveyard and you control a mountain, creatures you control have haste. Okay.
Okay. If I draw a fetch land this turn, ooh, watch out.
I hope you don't draw a fetch land.
Okay.
I didn't know there was an actual card called Anger. You know, like everybody says Anger. I just think they're talking about Anger of the Gods.
Yeah, remember that cycle? Remember Wonder in Blue-Green Madness? Anger was the red one.
Yeah, I remember those days. That's for sure.
That's somewhat interesting. So can I go off here? So this gets that. Or no, this gets another DredgeVine, then this gets the other thing. Yeah, I guess I can go off, but not. I don't have the mountain, which is a little frustrating, but that's fine. So activate discard DredgeVine.
Yep.
And find another DredgeVine.
Okay.
And then I will play land, activate discard DredgeVine.
Yep.
I will tutor for Elvish Spirit Guide.
Okay.
I'll exile it for a green. I will activate Survival, discard Root Walla, cast it for Madness.
I think I'll just pay 2 and
Misstep? Sure.
misstep that.
So that brings you to 18.
Yep.
So on the activation, because I've now discarded 3 cards this turn, I'll find a hollow one.
Yeah.
I'll cast that for 0 mana, triggering the Vengevines.
Yep.
And I will attack you for 9.
All right, so I'm down to 9.
Pass the turn. No mountains, so the hollow one does not have haste, but, you know, I think this is a pretty good turn, too.
Yeah, that's not bad. Not bad. It's kind of tough to survive, but... All right, I'm going to go ahead and pulse the Vengevines. I was planning on pulsing the Survival the next turn if you didn't, if you didn't go off this turn. I was going to be pulsing the Survival. But I just have to get rid of the Vengevines.
Yeah. Still no fetch land from Todd, which is frustrating.
Go.
But you're at 9. If I just draw a land, I'm fine. And I did. So activate, discard Manglehorn. I will find. Yeah, I need this stuff. I need to this to my Basking Root Wall. Activate, discard to get Madness, and I guess actually I can now just find another Vengevine. Discard it. Now I've discarded 3 cards. Find a hollow one.
Yep.
Cast it. Get 3 Vengevines.
Yep.
Attack you for 17.
All right, here in Sideboarding, we have some pretty good tools to bring in, I think. We got some decent Graveyard Hate, also going to bring in a couple of disenchant effects that could hit like the Survival or the Hollow ones. So that's kind of what we have going on. As far as what I'm taking out, I'm just kind of trimming. I think the Dark Confidants may be a little bit of a liability, but I'm not taking them all out, but kind of shaving a little bit. Plus, I need to make sure to keep enough blue cards in my deck for Force of Will, which that's kind of a concern here. But then trimming out a couple of the interaction spells I don't think will be too good, and I don't really love this card maybe. But still, like I said, leaving a couple of these and also just to not take out everything. So.
On my side, I was pretty tempted to just run back my main deck here in the first post-board game. I didn't see a lot of what Todd was doing. Vintage decks are pretty homogenous, so it's hard to tell. The Maelstrom Pulse really does tell me that he's not playing a combo deck, which is like Todd. I bet he's just playing some weird mid-range deck. His deck is probably good at controlling the board, and it's likely that he has a good amount of Graveyard Hate post-board. So I'm bringing out one of my weaker Graveyard cards, a card that is more all-in than I want to be in the post-board games, and I'm bringing out what I think is the weakest creature in the deck, at least trimming a copy of it, and just bringing in a couple generic answers to whatever Todd might have. I just don't even know. So we'll bring in my most generic card and play, at least give myself a little bit more of an ability to play a fair game, because that's probably what Todd is going to force here.
All right, we're back here for game 2. We have one of our sideboard cards and a Mox. We have this thing, so we're not... Even though it's like my least favorite of the Moxes, we're still not shipping this hand, that's for sure.
I have a semi-explosive hand and a hand that has the best card in our deck, so definitely going to keep.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and just lead off and get this Mox into play.
Sure.
Basically because of this, but I don't think I can wait on this. Well, why would I want to do... So if we do this... Maybe I'm supposed to just do this right now. All right, so let's go ahead and fetch.
19.
We can draw stuff like Deathrite Shaman.
Are you Ancestraling yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have the Mox, might as well just do it now.
Yeah, because that puts me to 7 cards, and so...
Yeah. The key is having a piece of jewelry.
Yep.
And you're right, you have the green Mox. You can Deathrite Shaman here.
Yeah, so Ancestral, I'll target me.
Smart. There was the
3.
Sensei's top combo deck back in the day that would win by Ancestraling its opponent over and over again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
They used to have like brain freezing conditions, and they realized that like they could set up a loop with Ancestral. And that was a better main deck. Okay, well, I have this card again because I'm very lucky. Do you have a Force of Will?
I do.
God, we're both lucky. Brings you to 18.
So which one of these do we want to pitch? I guess I could pitch this, but I think there's the best chance that I can actually play this next turn. So we're gonna have 3 cards in the graveyard right now. I think it's a probably less likely I'm playing this Jace.
Okay. So now I have the option of going for this. I have a few cards I can discard to it pretty easily, or I could guarantee this next turn, but I think I'm likely to be able to cast it next turn anyway with 5 Moxen in my deck, so I'm going to play Bazaar Baghdad.
Okay.
And hope to get lucky. Oh, well, that's not bad. I will discard Bazaar of Baghdad and 2 Basking Root Walls and cast them both.
Okay.
And then I will play Bayou, pitch Elvis Spirit Guide, and play Dark Confidant.
Okay.
Got another Force Will for me?
Nope.
No, you can go. Hopefully you don't have like a -1/-1 effect.
Ugh.
So, got
Really
my
wish I would've
Lotus
had that
Force
last
Will
turn.
and still cast 3 creatures.
This would have been a lot better last turn.
Death Right?
Yeah. Like to hit off. Yeah, that's all I would hit off the.
You'd have had 4 mana this turn.
Yeah.
Probably would have kept your Jace, cast it.
Yeah.
Although my Basking Root Walls make Jace a risky proposition, so Todd's probably happy he got rid of that one.
So now, big thing is if I want to wasteland anything. Kind of don't. Do I mind if you have that?
Yeah, I mean, you can see and find out. But
Draw 2, discard 3, right?
yeah. Okay.
Good.
Trying to cut off my mana here.
Yep.
Well, good luck.
So lucky.
Oh, Todd. Oh, Toddy, Todd. Thing is, my hand's pretty good here. Do I want to activate this Bazaar? Yeah, let's do it. Oh, yeah. If I just keep these, oh, then I don't have a creature to go with. Okay, so I actually just really want to discard these. So I'll discard Abrupt Decay, Windswept Heath, Mox, Pearl. I will play Gaia's Cradle, and I will attack you for 2. Todd's blocks are bad.
Yeah, I just can't block. All right.
You go to 16.
16.
I will make 3 green and play Survival with a green floating.
Yep.
And I will activate discarding this. And I wonder what I want to find here. I guess I could just find I guess I could just like find a hollow one and cast it and like be ahead in case Todd, because there's a decent chance Todd just has a removal spell for this Survival. And I'm probably going to draw a creature in my top 4 draws anyway. So we might as well just prepare for the situation where this Survival doesn't stay in play. Yeah, so I'll just find a hollow one. I discarded a bunch of cards from Bazaar. It's free.
Yep.
Play a hollow one. Pass.
Well, it was a terrible draw step. For us drawing everything perfect, ours have been very bad.
To be fair, I've drawn 5 extra cards. Okay, strip mine in the Gaia's Cradle, not the Bazaar again. That one's actually probably right.
Well, I obviously have Graveyard Hate in my hand, which is why I don't
Okay.
care about the Bazaar.
Sure.
I want to keep you off the mana.
Well, now you've done that. But
I don't know how I beat the other stuff, though.
well, my Basking Root Walls are hard to
2, 3,
activate.
4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7, so we can't do the Treasure Cruise or the Dig Through Time. We've drawn.
I mean, you can exile one of my lands.
Oh, right, we can exile one of your lands. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so we can do one of those. I don't know, how do I not just take... I guess I can, like, just block the root walls and stuff now, because you know I'm green
yeah.
for the time being. You have Dark Confidant, though.
Yeah. I mean, I'd have to find like Mox land.
Yeah, it's still just best. I'm going to exile one of your lands.
Why don't you just block and dig rather than cruise?
I'm exiling one of your lands and playing Leovold.
Oh, you've Leovold. Okay.
So you can't... Like, this is drawing, right?
No, it's
That's just revealing.
revealing goes
but
to my
that's
hand.
drawing.
Yes.
Right? Okay. All right, good.
Yeah, so that does turn off Bazaar.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're in an awkward spot. So reveal Manglehorn. I go to 17. Draw for turn. Yeah, now Leovold is pretty nice. And you cut me off green mana.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll attack you for 4.
All right, so I'm down to 12.
Yep, you can go.
All right, we're going to have to find an answer. It's a little hollow one. That's a good card. I don't know if it's good in this specific scenario here. That's a good card. All right, so we're either going to cruise or dig back up. Let's exile a land. And I think it's probably better to get cruise because I just kind of want to hit land drops and everything and just getting the 3 cards over any specific 2. Let's just see what we get. Those were terrible. All right, go ahead.
Okay, upkeep, reveal a hollow one. That's not great. I go to 13, or 12, sorry. Can't do math.
Yep, 12 all.
Yep.
I really wish I would have cast that dig through time because those are like 3 cards I really don't want.
So I could activate Bazaar, discard the other 3 cards in my hand, and get another hollow one. That does not seem ideal, though. Definitely just attack for 4.
All right, I'm down to 8.
And I guess with Todd at 8, maybe it is something I'm interested in. If you found a Maelstrom Pulse, I would be dead, but, you know, it's going to be hard to beat anyway, although I do
have the Confidant still.
Yeah, I have the Confidant, and I drew a land, so like another land lets these Root Wallas start attacking into Leovold. Yeah, I think that's just greedy. We can wait till we have like more dead cards, maybe hollow one next turn.
Yeah, you can't play the land and get the hollow one.
Because whereas next turn, if I get a land, something else, I can just play the second land, discard the other 3, play the hollow one, and have everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just play land and pass.
All right, draw. Oh, boy.
Plus, I can start activating Survival now. Yeah, activating Survival is pretty nice, too.
This was going very, very poorly for me. I just need lands.
Well, we got one more land here in my graveyard for that death right.
You're at 12.
I am at 12. I've taken 8 damage and 2 Confidant triggers. This is not ideal. We sending in the clowns?
Attack.
I will go to 9.
Time walk.
Oh, that makes sense. Sure. That's pretty good. Now my life total is kind of under pressure.
Okay, let's see what we get here. Brainstorm.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Oh, baby. There we go.
Someone brainstormed into Black Lotus.
Oh, baby. All right, now we can do stuff. All right, let's put back these 2 worthless cards. Play our fetch lands.
Yep. Play our Black Lotus.
Go to combat. Let's see. Well, maybe not. Let's stay in the main.
So you're at 7?
Yep, so I'll go down to 7. You're at 9. I can attack you down to 6. Three, 2. Okay, I want to see what's up here. Preordain.
Sure. Pretty happy to see a Preordain there.
Bottom both of those.
Maelstrom Pulse would have been annoying.
Draw.
Yep.
That's not good. Okay, so I think I want to be less
aggressive. Yeah. Called it.
I will simply... I'm going to simply pass the turn.
Okay, I will fetch on your end step. I go to 8.
Yep, 8-0.
I will get a trop and activate survival, discarding Dark Confidant.
Okay.
Does that strike? That's good.
Yep.
Okay, I will find a wonder.
As long as it's in your graveyard and you control an island, creatures you control have flying. Okay.
Okay. I'm not sure what graveyard hate Todd is going to have. Deathray, that's fine. If that's what you're doing with that mana, I'm okay. So let's go to my upkeep. Dark Confidant reveals Time Walk. That's a good one.
Oh, God.
I'll go to 6.
This could be bad.
And I'll draw for turn, and I'll tilt off. Didn't find a land.
Hooray! Because, yeah, Time Walk here would be busted.
Let's just attack for 4, I guess.
All right, I'm at the point here where I think I have to double block, but then if you kill Leovold, you get to Bazaar. I guess, so if I take it, I go down to 4, activate this, go to 6.
You're at 7 right now. You'd go to 3, then up to 5.
Oh, I'm at 7? Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't write down the last fetch.
fetch,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'd go to 3, then up to 5. All right, I will take it down to 3.
3.
That's close.
Pass the turn.
Okay, I'm going to...
Are we digging here?
Yeah, I think I'm going to crack this and dig. So I'll crack it for blue.
So you can do it
Dig,
with
so that's 3, so I need 5.
Yep.
So we can do 1.
You can leave 1.
You have... Okay, so yeah, just 1. Well, yeah. No, I could leave 2, right? Because this is... Or no, I'm doing 5. I can only leave 1. All right, so I'm going to leave the Time Walk in case I get a snap, so I can snap Time Walk.
That's makes sense to me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep.
And we will take these 2. This... I may want to take this to destroy another land. We have... guess we have enough mana. Yeah, I think we probably want to take the Wasteland here. It's Wasteland or Mox. I think we want the Wasteland. Okay. And then I will eat a Dark Confidant and
Brings
gain
you to
2, go to
5.
5. Alright, untap,
Yeah, this Wonder play is probably greedy.
draw.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to start with the Wasteland. I'm going to start by Wastelanding this.
I will make a green.
Yeah. Alright, then I will go to combat.
I'll turn this Wonder into an Elvis Spirit Guide.
Yeah, so now all your creatures have flying.
No, because I don't have an island.
Oh, okay, okay. Right, you have to have an island. Okay. This has been a good game of Magic.
Oh no, I already found the Elvis Spirit Guide. Okay. So what do I want to find? I think I want to find a card that once I get another land is still good. So let's find this Deathray Shaman.
Okay. And now I'll go to combat and I will attack with Leovold.
I'm at 6. I might be setting myself up for a 2-for-1 here, but I kind of want I don't want to go to 3 and have Bob in play because my deck has a lot of high casting cost cards. So I think once I'm chump blocking, I might as well just go for the double block and force a removal spell if Todd has one.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, got another labeled.
A little bit. First, we're going to snap with the Time Walk, exile one of your lands, and we will Time Walk.
Sure.
All right, untap. Draw. Okay, so that's pretty good because that allows me to do both of these, but then I guess how I played, I just don't get to keep this Force Will up, but that's just, oh well. All right, combat, I'll attack for 2.
Without a lot of mana here, this basket rule is probably not doing anything, so I'm actually going to trade it off as well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. I feel like I would have won this game if I just put the other hollow one into play on that one turn. I'm going to respond to that by activating Bazaar.
Okay.
That puts me down a card when I want to set up this other hollow one, but I do want to find mana. So I can easily discard these 2. I'm going to draw 2, so I'll have one of them essentially, and then my next one, and that leaves me with, so this, well, let's say I'm on 5, so this activation will leave me on 4, and then I'll draw to 5, and if I activate again, I'll be at 2 cards, which will just be hollow 1 land. So the fact, whereas if I just draw up to 6, then I'll be on 3. So I don't see as many cards this way. But I think it's better to just let the Leovold resolve. Okay.
Okay. Go ahead.
Not a good draw. Mush for 4.
Guess I probably need to just gain 2 with the Death Right. Yeah, so I'll
So go to
take 1,
4.
go to 4, and get blue, green.
Probably want to exile this Wonder.
Yep, exile the Wonder.
That brings you to 6, and then take 4, go to 2.
Yep.
Okay, I'll activate Bazaar. I cannot draw anymore, so I discard 3, and I'll play another hollow one.
Yep. I think I'm just dead. I think I played this terribly.
Pass a turn.
Also, not liked my draws that I've been getting over here. Just have a bunch of dead cards.
You cast 2 Ancestrals and a Dig Through Time.
I know, and I have 5 dead cards in my hand right now.
So you're on the 2 chumps, gain 2 life plan? Hope to draw a Maelstrom Pulse next turn? Is that what I'm hearing?
I mean, I guess. So I'm at 2?
Yeah. So even if you block 1 and gain 2, it's not enough?
Yeah, these are just 5 just dead cards.
We pass on the turn?
Yep.
Okay, attack.
Yeah, I have to chump both of them. So
Okay. You want to gain 2 or
chump
make...
both. I want to have you lose 2. So
I
go down to 4.
I have an Abrupt Decay, or is it... So that's instant or sorcery.
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't exile enchantments. That's the only instant or sorcery in my graveyard, so I'm at 4, and those are both
Yeah,
dead.
and also just in combat right now, I'm gonna before the
Sure.
Leovold dies, I'm gonna destroy that. I need green black for that.
I'm going to fetch, go to 3, and get a Bayou and play this Death Right.
Okay.
And I will pass a turn.
Yep, and dead.
Do I even have a Bayou left? What is your hand?
It's true. All my thought seizes. That's all I've been drawing is just thought seizes.
Wow.
All right. So with our conclusion here, that one I felt pretty good once I had the Leovold down and found like another land, like got like the fetch land and got to like especially like got the brainstorm, got to get rid of some of the cards.
Well,
But
once I have no lands and like you have drawn a bunch of cards and have the Leovold in play to stop Bazaar from doing anything.
yeah,
Yeah,
you just had a 4/4. I couldn't deal with
Yeah,
it.
you got to feel pretty good, but
I couldn't deal with a 4/4.
4/4 just too strong.
And my treasure cruise is just 3 dead cards. I brainstormed 2 of them away, but then the dig was okay. The dig got me the snap for the snap time walk and the wasteland to take you off of no land. They put you back to no lands. But I guess I could have not tried to trade my Leovold with 2 creatures because I had the other Leovold in hand. Where if I kept that Leovold, I could have kept it for the basically keep your Dark Confidant on the table, try to make you lose more life with that higher mana curve, and then be able to force another hollow one.
Yeah, and maybe just try to chump block, stay alive, and see if Dark Confidant does me dirty.
Yeah,
that might have been your best way winning. I'm impressed that you somehow had 4 mana and 5 dead cards in your hand at the end of the game. That is tough to do.
Yeah.
And especially with how much card selection you cast. But yeah, the Thoughtseize is not a great card in the post-board games. Probably just not. I guess it's probably fine against me.
Yeah, especially when I was on the play. I was going to take it out on the draw, but on the play, trying to hit Survival or Lotus or whatever. I liked it but not late game when I was just drawing Thoughtseizes late. It's
this deck has some really explosive turns that are pretty easy to disrupt with the Thoughtseize, so that makes a lot of sense to keep them in on the play. But it's pretty good at grinding going long. We've got Dark Confidant, just decent creatures. Tarmogoyf, Tassiger, Hollow One as a 4/4 that you cast, and Vengevine can just be cast normally. So I don't know. I went on Goldfish and I looked at vintage decks and I knew I wanted to play something a little different. I've been playing a lot of Storm and I saw this deck and wow.
Yeah.
There used to be a Madness deck back when I played 10, 15 years ago that had Bizarre Baghdad, but it played Arrogant Worm somehow. Somehow you could Arrogant Worm and Lion's Eye Diamond and it worked. I think that might still work. Yeah.
Yeah,
that still works.
Yeah, if it worked before, I can't imagine it would have worked. Yeah.
And it did weird things like that. And this deck just does some really powerful stuff. Just turn 1 Bizarre, discard a Vengevine or 2 and play 2 Hollow Ones, or discard a Vengevine, Basking Roll, play a Hollow One. Those are 4 of cards. That's not that hard to have, and it's just 9 power on turn 1. Mm-hmm. And then obviously if you just play an early survival, turn 2 survival usually leads to turn 3 12 plus power.
And the thing about Vintage is there's lots of awesome blue cards in the format, lots of just card draw and everything, and people grind really well. But people don't really deal with creatures very well in Vintage.
Yeah, they've started doing it a little bit better. We see some decks with Swords to Plowshares and Bolts way more than we used to, but they're still not great at it because you do have to have a lot of early answers to these great spells.
Right.
And Mental Misstep is fine against this deck. I've got mana creatures, but not a ton.
Right.
And if you ever skip the curve or go with a Bizarre Draw instead, it's pretty easy to make Mental Misstep bad. And
I trimmed 2 Missteps.
Makes sense.
And I trimmed 2 Dark Confidant. I took out the Echoing Truth. That could have been that's probably just wrong, I guess, with Hollow One, because they could try to bounce Hollow Ones. I was thinking Vengevine didn't really, when you have Survival.
And if I have Bizarre, I just deploy them immediately the next turn anyway.
Yeah.
So that doesn't seem great.
And then I obviously took out the Excavator that was in my hand the first game, and a Flusterstorm.
Sure. Makes sense. The really awesome thing about Hollow One in terms of being a survival deck, in Legacy,
you get to dodge the Graveyard Hate, because I was sitting on Ravenous Trap the entire game. I had Ravenous Trap, in my opener, and it just didn't matter.
But even just Goldfishing, normally back in Legacy, this is what's got survival banned.
Right.
Of course, you need to get 2 creatures to get the Vengevine back, so you'd have to stop the chain of getting Vengevines pretty early to get 2 Basking Rootwallas, and then the last thing you found was never something that good. It was usually something to prepare if they dealt with your stuff and rebuild, probably another Rootwall. But with Hollow One, you just get 1 Basking Rootwalla near the end of the chain, and then keep finding Vengevines, and at the end you can find the Hollow One, so you get the extra Vengevine at the end, and you make use of the last card you find in the chain as the Hollow One, as the card that returns everything.
Yep.
So it usually lets you get back an extra Vengevine on top of what you would have had, and instead of a second Rootwalla, you have a Hollow One, which is way better, because you don't usually have mana to activate both. So Hollow One is just so good, and then obviously with Bizarre, I didn't even do something that insane. I just had turn 1 2 Basking Rootwallas and then found a Mox and played a Dark Confidant.
Well, you also had a Lotus that I forced.
Yeah, so through
both of your hands were insane.
I said to this,
you had Lotus.
I got a Mox.
Yeah, you had Lotus.
Lotus was just a messed up Magic card. But through a Force of Will, I was able to put on 2 Rootwallas and a Bob on turn 1.
Yeah.
Then you Wasteland, reveal a Guy's Cradle, and I was like, ooh, that's good.
Guy's Cradle was nice too.
Yeah, just force the strip mine immediately. But that just puts you a little bit further behind on board while I'm attacking, and things just got awkward for you.
Yeah, my hand was kind of awkward how I had like land mocks, but then my hand was the Wasteland strip mines, and I had like Leovold, but I couldn't, obviously you can't cast it with those two. So then I draw like the Dark Confidant on turn 2, I'm like, or like the Deathrite Shaman on turn 2. So I'm like, okay, now I get Deathrite and Wasteland, but I would have rather been playing like Leovold there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So
it was a little behind there.
Yeah, and then it ended up being just enough because that game ended up being real close. I mean, you had me at 3 and you were 2. And if you had sort of one more thing, like
I discard the Jace to the Force Will on turn 1. I had Jace Treasure Cruise. I got pretty punched for that because I draw Dig Through time after that. Like I think if I got rid of Treasure Cruise and been able to keep
Jace, play Jace, bounce the hollow one,
bounce the hollow one.
Yeah, that probably makes a huge difference.
Yep, I think that was a big difference in the game there.
And even if one of your dead cards is just a removal spell to deal with a hollow one, I don't know what you have. Because
I brought in some Nature's Claims and then Pulse.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Pulse would have been insane. But if one of them is a Nature's Claim, you deal with one, you double block the other, I get your Leovold off the board, and I can start bizarring a bit, but you have the Ravenous Trap to stop Vengevines from going crazy. I really need to find another hollow one. So then the game would have been pretty interesting, and I have to do something really quickly because that Deathrite Shaman kills me.
Right. I think I probably should have. I thought about double blocking the hollow one earlier and didn't. Maybe that's what I should have done is double block the hollow one earlier instead of doing the attacking, where then I can play my second Leovold afterwards. So I probably should have tried to get that trade.
Save you 4 life there.
Yeah, because I was at like 8 at the time, or like 7 when I was thinking about doing that double block.
Yeah, and we ended up making those trades later, but it didn't save you any life because I made it while you attacked, and you got a 2-for-1. And although then I have more life to play with the Bob, I keep the Bob around and draw a bunch of cards. So, but then your Thoughtseizes end up being relevant because you're not as far behind. So. Yeah, I could see that being the right play. That was a tough game.
Yeah, it was just a good game all around, though. That was a good match.
Oh, yeah. Vintage is... There are a lot of games where one person just blows the other person away because they just draw more of the stupidly broken cards in the early turns. But the games where that doesn't happen end up being really, really awesome because everyone is drawing into really powerful cards and you need to really get the most value out of them, and no one's ever really out of it because you can always draw into really powerful cards and get yourself back in. And so you have to really try, even when you're really far ahead, rather than go blindly for the kill, to try to figure out, okay, how can they get back into this game, because there's always a way.
Yeah, I think one other thing that I didn't really think about at the time, but now just like how you're talking about like the really powerful cards and everything, it just made me realize with whenever I delved and I got to leave 1 and I left with the Time Walk for like my snap. I think did I still have Ancestral Recall? I could have maybe left Ancestral Recall because that might have just been better than Time Walk.
Yeah, I think you did have the Ancestral.
Yeah, because like unless that was the second time that I delved, I think that was the first time. So I think I could have just like left Recall, and I think that would have just been a lot better choice. Just to, I didn't need the
basically just draws you 2 more. It just draws you 2 more cards.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, lots of small decision points. Lots of different things I could have done differently that game. So.
Yeah. Vintage, great. My deck, awesome. Cool. Still won every game. Yep. So 4-0, dream still alive.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true. It is.
Your back's against the wall now. You're already down 2-0 to matches.
Yeah.
Still really haven't gotten on the board at all.
So we have Pauper
coming up tomorrow.
Up next, and then Standard, and then No Ban List Modern. So that's what we got for the rest of the week. So come on back tomorrow to see some Pauper. Get ready for that Pauper Classic at SCG CON. But for Ross Merriam, I'm Todd Stevens, and thanks for watching the Verse series here on StarCityGames.com.